All right, everybody. We're going to talk about everybody's favorite coworker. You know who it is? It's that one coworker, that one person that everybody has, who no matter what day it is, what time of day it is always negative. Always negative. Negativity in the workplace. And you try to just ignore them. Hey, Bob. Hey, Sally. Whatever. And you try not to let their negativity bring you down. But, in all honesty, negativity in the workplace is is a problem. It's a real thing. How do you deal with it? How do you get these people to just be happy at work? There are days we all hate our jobs. We all have it. But you have to just suck it up, Sally. Put your big boy pants on or your big girl panties, whatever the case may be, and come to work and just even if you fake it, you know, there's no need to bring people down. So what I'm gonna be doing is for the next 9 days, starting today, I'm going to talk about different issues within the workplace. Today we're going to start with how to handle that negative coworker. You know, so there are some people out there. They just they're they exude negativity. They couldn't be any more negative if they tried. So you know they may not like their job. They may not like the company they work for. Um, and this goes back to a previous video I did about bosses versus leaders and how having that asshole boss can make you hate your job. You can have the most menial job in the world if you have an awesome boss or a leader, you'll stay forever because you love working with them. So the bosses are always jerks. They're always treated unfairly. Uh, the company's going down the tube. The customers are shit. Whatever. Um, Point being, every company, every organization has that negative person. Um, you know, and you can best address them just by simply avoiding them if that's what you choose to do. You can. It makes for kind of a weird workplace or work environment. You can do that, but you know, on the flip side, you will sometimes have a normally positive person who's negative. So, some of the time, the reasons for them being negative are legitimate. They might have something going on, but when you have somebody who's occasionally negative, who the majority of the time is positive, you approach them differently because you can tell by the change in behavior that there's something wrong, there's something different. And so you approach them. Hey, you're not your normal self today. Is everything okay? What's going on? So you can take a different approach with them. So we're going to talk about both of those varieties of negativity from people. Um, so with the person who's occasionally negative, let them vent it out. Let them talk about what their problem is. That's the best way to do it. Um, you know, Kind of decide if what they're telling you is a legitimate reason for them to be negative. Um, if you decide to take the affirmative route, affirmatively decide that their problem is legit, ask them for help, or ask them if they want your help. I should say, you know, is there anything you can do to help make it better? Help, whatever the problem is. You know, if they ask for it, they say, sure, really love to just get this out. Then you can give them advice, give them ideas for help. Um, but just remember that, as a coworker, as a fellow employee, even as the human resources person, you're not there. You're not qualified unless you went to school for it and you have the experience. You're not a counselor. You're not a therapist. Um, you're not there to provide comprehensive career advice, or long-term recommendations, whatever. You know, maybe you know of a book, maybe you know of a self-help approach to help them out. Um, but just it's a slippery slope with what you do. You just want to be careful. Um, a lot of times the coworker just wants to complain. They just want to bitch and complain and want to get off their chest, and then they feel much better. Then you can move on to more positive subjects. If if you're listening to your coworker and you decide that they got no reason to be negative, they got no reason to be bitching or whatever. Dig down deep, really get that courage, personal courage, and tell them what you think. You know, tell the coworker that you care about their concern and their happiness, but you really kind of disagree with their assessment of the situation, or their assessment of, or their why they're being negative. If they start going off and the reason why they're so negative and then they're so in a bad mood is because they woke up early, get over it. You know what I mean? It's no reason to be negative like that. you know, just be like, really, dude, get over it. Come on. We all wake up early. We all have an issue going on. Oh, your last show you watched didn't end the way you want it to, so you're going to come to work all negative and pissy? Get out of here. Um, so when you're dealing with a genuinely negative person, you know, spend as little time with them as possible. The ones who are negative all the time. Just as you set your limits with the coworker whose negativity you believe is baseless and or unwarranted, you need to set limits with genuinely negative people as well. Um, you know, Ultimately, in the end, the cause of their long-term negativity is none of your concern. You shouldn't take it on. It shouldn't have an effect on your day or your life. At the end of the day, when you leave work and you head home, that negativity should not follow you. Plain and simple. Every negative person has a story, so don't let their negativity impact your positive outlook. You know, just let it go. Um, it can be, it can be either way. So avoid spending time with them. If you're forced to be around them through your role in the company, set your limits. Don't allow yourself to be drawn into that negative discussion or all that negative talk. I was one of my employers I had in the past. My supervisor would call people who are negative or always have something bad to say, or always want to bring the company down, as a poisonous pill. That's what it is. If you swallow their bullshit, you're gonna start spewing it yourself. So just avoid it. Just be positive all the time. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. For the negative people, both from an employee standpoint, also from an HR standpoint. You know, Tread lightly. If they have a real honest reason, then offer to help. If they're just negative because that's just how they are or because it's some extraneous reason, build up that personal courage and call them out on it. Sometimes those people need that, to hear that, from a coworker, kind of face to face, call them out. Be like, really? Is your reason? Is that really a good reason? They're starving kids in Africa. Be negative about that. But like I said, that's about all I have for that tip. I'll throw another one out tomorrow on a different topic. Centered around the workplace and everything. So yeah, hey, hit the like button. Uh, subscribe to my channel. Would love to get some followers out there. So have an awesome day, everybody. Hope you all have a great evening. And yeah, leave me some comments.